Wemeli ka All India Trinamool Congress AITC ubade unongilam kaliang posya hapo kayong dorbar thawan ke jylla Dr. Mukul sangma ulong bas sisien bala shim yakarai ban poi sa jingiasuk kalong ka donkam ban don ke shaniah markylliang Dr. Mukul ulong yakni habakali halo ke jingkloi jong ka seng Trap National Liberation Council ni HNLC ban wanno sa jingiasuk klem debu kendon ban kaliang ka sorkar kala thung yuk siang ban punurlong yakni ka kam dau ba IS retired. Habakren benta kasngi unong elam kaliang persya ulai thu baula dep kren ya ka sorkar bakan long ba pikir ban pentikna bakinu kinu ki baka sorkar kan le kanum manra jeng e ne pelong ye git khot jong ka seng ban artatien no ha ka baula benrap ba sisien bala rai banya chakmat bat ke jinge kren sok dei shu ban don jing artatien Shuh la ong ba sisien bala shim ya karai ban thung yuk siang nakap da banya kren yusuk bat kanu ka seng le no kamut pa ka sorkar India lingba ka Ministry of Home Affairs kala ajing munjur namar ka sorkar jylla marwai kamla ban le ya kani ulong ru ba ka jingrai jong ka HNLC bakan wan cha ka jingiasuk klam da bu kondon ka play ya kani kalat ka bade karai ka babha ba ka HNLC kala shim u Dr. Mukul ubade u menteri rangba barem ulong ru ba hadin ustem arajar khatsa bala soy ya ka soskular tripartite agreement hapreng ka sorkar jylla pat ka NVC klemi shibun ligi seng leno hagate ka por bakan thopru ya ka GNLA ka ba lale ya ki kam pentri ulong bakani ka kam ka long ka baklan pha namar kata amlang ban nesting ne ban le ke ki ba pendu jinkermen ya kisamla.
Look at Garodis. The suspension of operation following the tripartite agreement involving Government of India, State Government and NBC took place in 2004. Okay. After that, what happened? After that ceasefire agreement, after this suspension of operation to engage in negotiation and dialogue, you had other militant outfits which emerged. Number of them, in fact, not just one. Then one very organizations which created the menace was based on their various anti-national activities was banned by Government of India and notified as terrorist organization, GNLA. It is after 2004 suspension of operation following the tripartite agreement for restoring peace. So therefore, I'm telling you that it's a complex situation. It's a complex situation. Therefore, there is no space and no room for complacency. Okay, my caution to all of us is that we should not have complacency. Complacency in respect of what? Complacency of thinking that, okay, everything is now fine. Okay, you have no reason to have any worries, but then don't have complacency to do anything if you are in the hand of affairs of governance that you don't generate hopes for the youth, that they have reason to have their hopes, expect that they are able to have enough space to realize their dreams and aspirations, that there is no space for them to have the kind of hopelessness, frustration, anger, and become vulnerable to all kinds of forces who are round the clock active in luring our youth to be part of that game, to wage a war against the nation. Once a decision has been made, once a decision has been taken to appoint an interlocutor in respect of a dialogue engagement with a proscribed organization, that means it has got the green signal or approval of MHA, Government of India. Okay, because state government alone doesn't do this. And once this procedure has been adopted, then it is taken as a principal stand of the government that you are not going to resort to any other way of going after them. The reason of appointing a designated interlocutor is precisely for that. Okay, so there is a need to have that mutual trust and confidence. And that is the reason why I cautioned the government earlier also that once you work out to convince anybody belonging to any militant outfits or any terrorist organization or proscribed organization, once you convince them and once they, out of this dialogue and engagement, they agree to surrender and come, you have to be cautious. You have to ensure that the action of the government and government agencies do not ultimately go to that kind of situation where the members of such organizations will have the reason to doubt that, okay, even after calling their members and after even convincing them to surrender, sometimes government do have the tendency to create problems for them. Then the trust factor will, if eroded, will create a deterrence. Okay, create a deterrence. Therefore, a caution is always required that once you have already decided to proceed ahead with negotiation, no doubt is created. There must be an enabling environment, an ecosystem where the trust factor is put or given the most priority. I'm sure with whatever indication has come from HNLC, that unconditional talk, that paves the way. That paves the way because that is the probably the positive gesture which has come for the first time from HNLC, and therefore this opening.